In the time-honored tradition of Golden Era TV's This Is Your Life, Washington Examiner investigative reporter Sarah Bedford has done an exemplary job collecting some of the most prominent culprits cited for offensive activity in Special Counsel John Durham's May 12th big report on matters related to intelligence activities and investigations circling around the 2016 presidential campaigns. And she's shown us that the baddies seem to have fared quite well, thanks to pals in pop media and academia, or thanks to overly forgiving judges. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV. You know, John Durham focused on the invalid FBI push of its Russian collusion narrative directed at Donald Trump and his presidential campaign. And Sarah Bedford quickly reminds us that mortal men can't expect justice in the material world ruled by mortal men. In fact, some of those nefarious characters still are employed with the FBI. Let's take former Deputy Director for Counterintelligence, and has anyone questioned the existence of such a post during a time of non-war, or even questioned the dubious constitutionality of the FBI itself? Let's take Dina Corsi. Quote, in spring 2017, Deputy Assistant Director for Counterintelligence Dina Corsi told FBI analysts not to put in writing any of their findings about how little evidence they'd found to support the allegations of Russian collusion. An FBI analyst present for that meeting called the request highly unusual, according to Durham, and an attorney who heard Corsi give that directive recalled feeling shocked that the agents had been told to relay their findings orally without a paper trail. Corsi appears to be still employed by the FBI, according to her LinkedIn profile, on which she had been active as recently as Wednesday. She lists her title as a Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI's Intelligence Branch, working on the Strategic Intelligence Issues Group. Of course, upholding the recent standard of veracity for the FBI, Corsi might not be hewing to the truth on LinkedIn. Then, like the Wizard of Oz, there's Andrew McCabe, the great and powerful. Quote, Andrew McCabe, the former deputy director of the FBI, ordered the Russian collusion investigation opened and was accused by the Department of Justice Inspector General of lying to investigators about leaks to the media. Durham found that Peter Strzok, an FBI agent later fired for explicit anti-Trump bias, opened the Russia investigation at the direction of McCabe on the basis of unevaluated intelligence. McCabe also ordered FBI field offices to close their investigations of the Clinton Foundation in 2016, Durham found, and was annoyed and angry when other FBI agents objected to his order. And where is he now? Trump fired McCabe in 2018 over the Inspector General's findings. McCabe is now a CNN personality, regularly appearing on air to give legal analysis, including this week of the report that found fault with his own behavior. That's just charming, isn't it? And on the subject of charm, who can forget Strzok, the smirking, adulterous, tax-sucking agent that I just mentioned earlier. Strzok was fired after text messages between him and another bureau employee who was also fired showed he held a deep animosity toward Trump and a desire to prevent Trump from becoming president. Strzok went on to become a professor at Georgetown University and a best-selling author after landing a book deal. And what of Peter Strzok's main text pal, with whom he engaged in his affair? That being Lisa Page. Well, Bedford doesn't dig into that facet of the FBI soap opera, but we can recall that after showing such great judgment as to have an affair with Strzok and exchange text messages that exposed their avaricious political poisoning of the proverbial FBI, well, NBC offered her a plum position as national security and legal analyst in 2020. Evidently, engaging in activity that typically is seen as undermining national security is a big resume booster when one wants to work at NBC. Bedford does, however, remind us of the Clintonista, who appeared to have been so well liked by the FBI as it pushed the Russian collusion myth that, well, quote, Michael Sussman, the Clinton campaign lawyer who gave false information about Trump to the FBI and then lied about his ties to the campaign, was indicted on a charge of making false statements to the FBI. Durham said Sussman lied to top FBI officials in 2016 when he approached them with allegations about Trump's ties to Russia, professing to be uninvolved with any third party, despite being on the opposing campaign's payroll. He was acquitted by a jury when Durham brought the case to trial and is now a partner at a major law firm, Fenwick & West, still practicing law according to the firm's website. Well, you gotta give him his acquittal. Adds Bedford, quote, Kevin Kleinsmith faced perhaps the most serious allegations of any raised by the DOJ Inspector General or Durham, falsifying a document in pursuit of a FISA surveillance warrant on a Trump advisor. Kleinsmith pleaded guilty to altering an email while applying for the surveillance warrant, stripping out language that would have shown a judge that the Trump advisor had in fact been helping the CIA gain information about Russia rather than engaging in suspicious activity with Russia. But a judge said Kleinsmith had suffered enough by facing public scrutiny over his actions and losing his FBI job and sentenced him to just 1 year of probation, sparing him the jail time Durham requested. Well, thank goodness, that public scrutiny, that can be tough. We sure wouldn't want to exercise the law on former members of the nation's top law enforcement agency. And Bedford notes that Kleinsmith is back to legal practice in an appropriate place, Washington, D.C., the District of Criminals. Quote, Kleinsmith also got to hold on to his law license, receiving only a temporary suspension of his law license in Washington, D.C. and Michigan, where he is from. By December 2021, he was restored to the status of a lawyer in good standing by the District of Columbia Bar Association. The Durham report is full of soft language, but it also is full of revealing information that helps us recall who these figures are. Thanks to Bedford, we also can remember where they've gone after engaging in one of the most egregiously devious and political plots to manipulate an election in many, many decades. We might not see real justice emerge from all of this, but we can remember and pass on the knowledge to friends and future generations. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe and find us at Rumble. What a great home. No censorship there and lots of people coming in every day to Rumble. Please like and subscribe, share the videos, visit us at MRCTV.org. That's MRCTV.org to find out what the whole team is doing there. And remember, it is the 36th year of the Media Research Center, and if you're visiting, please think about contributing to keep the Media Research Center's work continuing. You can also find great items in our store and visit us on the Facebook page, find us on TikTok, find us on Twitter, and find us on Instagram. On Gab, I'm at Gardner Goldsmith, and on Twitter, I'm at Gard Goldsmith. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, please like, share, subscribe. For MRC TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.